and I'm actually following a color palette I found on Pinterest today. But yeah, that's the plan. I found this beautiful girl on Pinterest a while ago. Still haven't done it, but it's a color story that I wouldn't normally do myself. Like, I would do the periwinkles and the blues together and like the indigo, but I wouldn't think about yellow even, or the turquoise, because even though yellow and purple are complementary, I just wouldn't think of it. So yeah, let's get into it. I am going to use two palettes today, but I'm gonna start off with the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Blends palette, because that indigo and that turquoise are like perfect for each other. And a periwinkle. So I'm starting off with a mix of Signs with a little bit of Bewitched. Just a petite, tiny bit. Sorry, I'm trying to find my mirror and also not hiccup. And then we're gonna start. I did draw myself a little eye chart for this because I was like, ooh. I think I was on the train when I was doing it, so I couldn't just like go upstairs and sit down. But it is, what day is it? Monday, July 20th. It's 4:44 p.m. So angel numbers question mark? I don't know. Yesterday was my birthday. It was perfectly fine. I went out with my friends. We went to Apex Entertainment, and we went to like a few stores, and we got like kind of brunch, I guess. They were crepes. I did not like mine. It was like, it was not very good, and I felt bad not finishing it, but I'm like, I didn't like it. Just something about the consistency of the actual crepe itself was not good. And then the Dijon was like J. I'm like, girl. We got delayed a little on the train because one of my friends and I took the commuter rail in and met my other friend there because she lives out there, which is why we did these things. On our way back, we got a little delayed because somebody overdosed? Question mark? Well, somebody came on our car and was like, oh my god, does anyone have Narcan? And everyone's like, no, question mark? And then like 3 minutes later, somebody else came in and was like, oh my god, is anybody a doctor? Does anybody know CPR? And the general answer was still no. So we got held up at one of the stations for like 10-15 minutes, so you know, EMTs could come take care of the person who was in trouble. I don't know what happened. That was the extent of what we knew. And then I'm going in with some of the shade Giggle, which is probably the perfect tone for this look. I know, I just find it funny because Apex Entertainment is kind of like a there's an arcade, there's bumper cars, there's go-karts, there's bowling, there's a simulation, there's a million things. So we ended up doing mini golf for the first, part. And the last time the three of us hung out together, we did mini golf in Boston at Putt Shack. So I just find it a little funny. I did pretty well, actually. Like, towards the second half, and I knew that was going to happen. I was like, oh, I get better the further we go along. And my friends were like, haha, no. I was the only one who got a hole-in-one. Not to brag, not to remind Cass, but, hee-hee, haha. And they laughed when I told them I was just going to get better. But I'm like, if we restart this, I would start off horribly again, and then go from there. But yeah, and then, I got eaten alive. Oi, oi, oi. And just go back in with some of that original mixture, because there's a Sandcastle festival where I live, and the fireworks got rescheduled to the Sunday night because it was raining like all day on Saturday. So they're like, oh, we're gonna do July 19th. I'm like, oh my god, birthday fireworks like usual. Just, it happens every single time. And then I'm going to go in with some of the shade Serendipity. But I went out reluctantly, but I still did it. Because, like, I had gone home like half an hour, 45 minutes before that, after going to the store to make sure the person closing was going to do inventory. I haven't gotten a message from my assistant district, so I'm assuming he did. Because it's not the person I usually have for inventory. But I went out in shorts, a t-shirt, and flip-flops. I got eaten alive. There's one on my left foot, two on my right knee. one on my left thigh, and then right under my ass cheek. One on my right hip, and then two on my right arm. My mother did not get bitten at all, so she's on my hit list. And then I'm going to take a little bit of concealer. It doesn't matter which one, this is just the Huda Beauty one. It's what I usually keep on my setup so I can do my brows, because this is like the closest to my natural skin color. That way, you know. But no, got eaten alive, but we took Bridget to see the fireworks, because we can see them from our street, so we don't need to like go down to the beach. You know, kind of desensitize her to get her used to, you know, social outings, all that fun jazz, because she's still not thrilled with the outside world. But she got to see her neighbor dog, she met a new puppy, she met some kids, like toddlers. The toddler, like, came up to me and started petting her when she was in my lap, because I was sitting on the ground because I was tired. I'm like, wow. Like, I know you're a toddler and you have no concept of anything, but like, damn. She saw my mother's friend, it was all... And then, again, every time I go outside, she, like, whenever we get her harness, like, and leash on, she's, like, miserable. She's like, oh my god, this is awful. And then when she's outside, she's like, oh, I guess this is fine. Every time, without fail. Actually, no. And then back in with the blends palette, and I'm gonna go with a little bit of Bubble Bath and a little bit of Dream. Just a little. And then I'm gonna do that right there. Right there. I was gonna say there's not light enough shade in this palette, so that's what the other palette will be for, and that way I can kind of brighten up the yellow. So we're just gonna do that. Blend it over a little. I don't know if I want to do shimmer or not. Because, like, the thought is tempting, but I'm like, I feel like it could look good matte. But I don't know, we need to figure this out. Well, how's this? I'll see how it looks matte first, and then we'll go from there. I do have a shimmer palette on standby if I decide to do something differently, but who's to say? And then I'm going in with the Pastel Garden palette from BellaBeauteBar. I've been loving her lately. Loving her. And then I'm gonna go in with the shade Cornflower and use that as the inner color. Just a light layer, nothing too. Just want a little. Maybe it might reinforce some of that with a different color from this palette, but we'll see. We'll see in 2 seconds, basically. Just do a little. Yeah, we're gonna do another little bit. Gonna go in with some of the shade Blue Star mixed with the tiniest bit of, no, just Blue Star, I think. Just gonna kind of use this to blend, I guess. I don't know. This shade isn't as intense as I thought it was gonna be. Not gonna lie. So I'm gonna go in with just Bubble Bath from the Dream Blend Bunny palette. Dream Bunny? What the hell is it? What the hell is a Dream Bunny? So just so there can be a little bit of a differentiating. Just a little. There we go. And then still with the BellaBeauteBar palette. This is the shade Daylily. It's a very light yellow. So I'm gonna kind of press that up in there, and then a little under the, just kind of like as a natural highlight, especially on my tone edge on me, that it will be fine. So see, look at that. And then I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Azalea on the other end of this brush, just to marry. I lied. We're going back in with the Blend Bunny palette. I'm sorry. This is back in with Serendipity. And just do a little bit of that. Just. And then, no glue. This is from Blend Bunny as well. This is the Garden of Stars Eye and Face palette they did in collaboration with Ellis Atlantis. going in with the shade Perline, because this is basically just white with like gold reflex. So I'm just going to put that on a loose brush up on my brow bone a little. Kind of act as kind of a highlighter, I suppose. So just going to do a little bit of that. Actually, we're going to do a little underneath. I'm not worried about it being a little messy underneath because it's going to get covered up with concealer in a little bit. So that way it's a little, see, it's like glowing now. Alright, then I'm going in with the shade Elusive for the inner part. Tap it off a little because I just want a little. There's some like purple reflex on this as well, so it works out. It gets a little over something. And then slightly bigger brush, I'm taking Lucid because this is a little more intense blue. So I'm just gonna, instead of taking the risk with the actual turquoise shade, I'm just making everything like green. So I'm just gonna do that. Yeah. Alrighty, I need to go find some lashes, but I will be back in a second. Alright, hi, I'm back after much dillion and much dallying. But we will move on. This is from Paula's Choice. This is the Pure Collagen Peptide Plumping Moisturizer. Like always, this was gifted to me. Like always, I wouldn't keep using this if I didn't like it, at least a little. Oh, so the other day, I had a lady come in and try to buy water. Well, she bought a water. And then, even though I told her price when she paid, after she paid, she's like, oh my god, how much was it? And I told her, she's like, oh my god, that's too expensive. I want a refund, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, fine. So I gave her money back. You know, the $20 bill that I still had in my hand. And someone else came in and she went, oh my god, you didn't give me my money. I'm like, yeah, I did, I just gave you a 20. She's like, you only gave me a $1 bill. I'm like, I had two $20 bills in my drawer before you got in. I still have two $20 bills in my drawer. I'm like, I gave you your change, I know what I did. So, she left, right? Right. And then this is from Kulfi. This is the Double Life Serum Primer. And she just did that to my new shift lead, who is already a little not that bright to begin with. But it's just more of the audacity that you'd have. It's just more of the audacity that you'd try to come in and do it again less than a week. Like, it was literally Thursday or Friday, I think. I'm like, like, girl. So now I'm gonna need to text the group chat and be like, hey, ignore this lady. And she did the same thing of, did it when someone else came in, and she's like, so she even said that to me, she's like, maybe you're distracted. I'm like, no, I wasn't. She's like, maybe, she's like, maybe put the one in there. I'm like, why would I put a $1 bill in the 20 drawer? The math isn't mathing. Girl. So, okay, she left for me, but apparently, like I said, she's a little not much, you know. And then this is from m.ph by Mary Phillips. This is Le Skin Weightless Serum Foundation. I know. Who could have guessed? I've been using this a lot lately, but it's also been at the beginning of my drawer, my bin. So it's just kind of one of those, oh, it's the first thing I've had. I'll keep using it. It's kind of one of those things right now, I'm gonna be honest here. But I did get my new baker in. He's fantastic. He is gonna be leaving, and apparently decided to tell the shift lead and not me. I'm like, okay. I'm like, not like I'm the one who makes the schedule or anything. And apparently the shift lead that I just hired, the slightly stupid one, she's also leaving because she put on the calendar, because I have a paper one, because I don't have access to anything still, because I still haven't been internally promoted. She's put in time off, you know, the few days at the end of August because of moving to school. I'm like, oh hey, I'm like, what's the deal? She's like, oh my god. She's like, I'm like, what's the deal? Is your availability changing? Yada yada. She's like, my availability's just gonna change. She's like, I'm not moving far, but I'm not close either, but I don't drive. I'm like, so your last day is the 28th. That's all you had to say, because you don't know. Because she's like, I'm doing, you know, classes Monday through Friday. I'm like, girl, just be like, oh hey. But again, so all of my people are leaving. I'm like, why Why would you not tell me directly and I have to find out through a calendar or through my employee that you're leaving? Like, with the first one, we knew that she wasn't saying. I at least was led with that. And I'm not keeping my other baker because I need to have a talk with him tomorrow because he's supposed to be in. He's been on vacation for 3 weeks. I don't know if he knows that he's supposed to be in, even though he's in the group chat and I have sent the schedule. So. And then this is from One Beauty by Serena Williams. This is the Nothing C Soft Matte Creamy Concealer in Extend 45. And we're just gonna... So it's been a lovely few days. Oh, and my shift lead called out yesterday morning, so I had to scramble to find coverage. And my other shift lead, the one who's in tonight, he's like, I can come in, but you know, I work at Fenway part-time. It's a game day. I'm not gonna be in until like 9 o'clock. And I was like, which normally, whatever. I had won tickets to go see Paranormal at Emerson Colonial before its Broadway run for that night, because I was like, okay, around at 6:30, 8 o'clock, I'll be fine. So I gave it away to somebody in the Boston subreddit, and they messaged me. They're like, you know, I was like, hey, I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna ask for an ID because it's a box office ticket, because it's a lottery. I'm like, but you know, obviously, here's my name, show them this, here's a confirmation email, you know, just in case, right? And then, this is from Rhode, this is the Pocket Bronzer? Pocket Bronzer? But it's the shade Pebble, which is the lightest one, which is that, like, kind of neutral, rosy tone almost. But it came back in stock, and then the freckle blush that I wanted came back in stock as well, so I'm like, well, so good. This is the Pocket Bronze in Pebble. But you know, I was communicating with them. And they messaged me, they're like, oh my god, man, these are literally front row seats. I'm like, you know, I had a letter with them, like, it's a lottery when I don't know the tickets until the seat until, you know, you get there. That's especially with Emerson Colonial, because they give you paper tickets, even though Opera House has, you know, gone up to the times and has started giving us Ticketmaster tickets. So I'm like, the one time I win front row orchestra seat tickets, and it's the show that I can't even go see. I'm gonna be honest, I really like the tone of this. Like, this is a very... Like, I didn't want to get the second one, because again, I'm pale, so the second one would be too dark for me, even though it would have been a not correct tone, but I do like how this looks. This is blending just the same as the blushes, which makes sense. It makes sense for the formulas to be the same, but I like how this looks. It's not looking as pink on me as I thought it would, so that's good. And just do a little... And it's funny because the person's like, oh my god, you know, I want to like buy you a coffee or something within the next week. I'm like, girl, I'm literally working for a week straight and then I'm leaving for New York. There's no time. And again, it was a lottery ticket. I paid $45 for it. I don't think the Boston subreddit would approve if I got some form of payment after advertising it as free. Even though it's not payment. And then this is from Essence. This is the Baby Got Blush stick in the shade Tickle Me Pink. Yeah. But no, we did very light, not very light shenanigans. We did semi-shenanigans. I got my free bundt cake from Nothing Bundt Cakes. I just got the new lemon raspberry one. Like, I was gonna get the whatchamacallit one, the cinnamon roll one again, but I'm like, I just want the cream cheese frosting on the cake with the streusel bits. I don't want the cinnamon drizzle. So I'm like, lemon raspberry. I'm like, that's always this. I'm like, I love the lemon base. This one's like a limited time flavor, so it just has the raspberry swirls. But I'm like, you know what? And I still have a cake downstairs anyways, you know, because my parents got me a cake. Wild concept. It's a strawberry shortcake from Wegmans, which is probably the top tier of strawberry shortcakes in my opinion. Not. And then this is from NYX Professional Makeup. This is the Buttermelt blush in Butter Together. So I'm like, I really don't need cake, and they sent me a buy one get one coupon too. Ooh, shish kabibble. Still nix. They sent me a buy one get one coupon, but I'm like, I have so much cake at home, but I'm like, I'm not gonna have time to go, you know, between now and leaving for New York, and it expires on Sunday, and Saturday, Sunday I will be in New York. And fun fact, there's not one in Manhattan. So I'll probably have it tonight, and then maybe I'll bring it with me tomorrow. I might have it as a snack. I don't know. Like, I don't like bringing cake to work. Like, I don't need that, but like, when else am I gonna eat it? Because I still need to eat my strawberry shortcake here. And then this is from Nabla Cosmetics. This is the Close-Up Blur and Powder Blush in the shade Petite. I might watch Obsession on the train in, because it's on Peacock now, and what else am I gonna do for 3.5 hours on the train? What I should do is like download it to my phone so I can, you know, watch it no matter what, because even though the Amtrak has Wi-Fi, it's not good Wi-Fi, and it cuts out a lot because we're moving very quickly, one would think, right? And then, to no surprise, this is from Kaleidos. This is one of the Space Age highlighters in the shade Star Surfer. Because I thought about bringing my Kindle with me and try to get some reading done, but I can't read, and when I'm moving, I literally get sick. And that's just one more thing to fit in my bag, which is not ideal, obviously. So I'm thinking. Alright, and then this is from Maybelline. This is the Lifter and Liner Lip Liner in the shade Upstate. Give me a second. But I have started packing. I'm currently doing a load of laundry. It's in the dryer, so I'll be able to finish it soon. Because it's Monday right now. Sorry. It's Monday right now. I leave Saturday morning. So, like, obviously I don't want to wait until last minute. But if I get it done tonight, I might be able to justify going to see the Odyssey tomorrow. Just because it's so, you know, it's 3 hours long, and including having to get home, it's a 4.5 hour endeavor if I do it after my nail appointment. Because, you know, getting there, you know, but do I really want to be out from 8 to 4? Because my nail appointment's at 9:30 like a psycho. And then the earliest laser, which is like the cheapest one at AMC, is 12. So I'm like, well, takes me some time to get to assembly via the orange line. I'm like, wow. Well, again, it's a 3-hour movie. 2 hours and 52 minutes. Sorry. But, you know, that's half an hour worth of credit of trailers and stuff. And I'm like, but I really want to see it. I'm not going to be able to have time in the next week, and I can't do it after work because I get out at 7. Dilemmas. And then both of these are from Fenty Beauty. This is the Gloss Bomb Universal Lip Luminizer in the shade Water Brat. Again, this is coming back. I don't know when. I'm going to take some onto the back of my hand. About 2. And then I'm going to take some of the, also from Fenty, this is the, Gloss Bomb Oil Luminizing Lip Oil and Gloss in the shade Miss Jellyfish. I'm just going to do like one of these, just so there's some dimension in the lips, but that way the pink ties in with the blush, but the purple ties in with the eyes. Big brain. But I think my shift lead got inventory done. I never got a text or call from my assistant DM, and she did call me about that. The first time I didn't get it done, she didn't tell me. So, you know, I spoke to her today because somebody placed an order for cookies that we haven't had in like a month and a half. And then she was like, hey, can this store buy boxes? I'm like, girl, I don't have boxes. But again, I didn't get a text from her going, hey, no inventory. So also, my mother thinks I'm getting a little summer cold, and I cannot afford for that to happen right now. I leave on Saturday. It's Monday. Alright, I need to go fix my bangs, which should hopefully work because these are supposed to be crease free. I got them from TJ Maxx yesterday. Marshalls. Same thing. But I need to go fix my bangs, but I should be back in a second. Alright, and here's the finished look. Also, those clips are liars. I've never had worse creases or dents in my hair before, so. I also turned off my fan, and my head really hurts now, and I feel so odd, but c'est la vie. But yeah, this is the finished look. I don't hate it. I don't love it as much as I did when I made my little eye chart, if you will. But like, it goes together. Just something about the eyes just doesn't speak to me. But oh, this lip, girl. I really do love me a shimmery lip gloss now, which is so funny because I used to hate them so much. But yeah, like I said, not currently in New York, still home, obviously. And this will be up after I get home, I think? Question mark? Yeah. Yeah? Who's to say, really? But yeah.